Hey, Irene, what the heck is your problem, huh? Care to explain this pie in the fridge? It's absolutely huge. How am I supposed to fit anything else in here? Oh, hey, Luna. I really am sorry for taking the fridge right now. It was just that I baked the pie before going to work last night. I was going to have some after I get back from my shift, but feel free to help yourself to some if you'd like. I have some different kinds of teas in the cupboard that might go well with it. You think I want to have a single bite out of something that some gas station attendant made? Besides, don't you know that I'm on a diet? Oh, I see. I guess I didn't know about the diet. And just why would you go and bake something, huh? Don't you know that we just had our oven replaced? Don't tell me that you used it. Well, yeah, of course I used the new oven. In fact, I was really surprised with how well the pie turned out. I think this new oven really elevated it over a pie that I would have made with the old one. But anyways, the pie is for everyone to share, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I really just can't believe you. You do know that I was the one who bought the new oven in the first place, right? I paid for it all, so just who do you think you are using it without asking me first, huh? I'm sorry, I don't think I quite understand what you mean. I am saying that it's my oven and you should have asked me before using it. I mean, seriously, how old are you that I have to be explaining this? I bought it, so it's mine. It's just that simple, and you should have known better than to use something that isn't yours without asking first. Hold on just a second there. What do you mean it's your oven? I mean, isn't it for all of us to use? Besides, it's your fault that the last oven that we had broke in the first place. That's why he had to completely replace it. Are you kidding me? I know that you're not trying to blame me for this. That oven was on its last legs, and I just happened to be using it when it broke. But then you all had to make this huge deal about it and forced me to buy a new one. But you guys are the ones that were using the oven all the time, which caused it to break. I don't know what you want me to say. You broke the oven, so it's only natural that you should pay to fix it. And besides, I was the one who paid for this oven, and I didn't care at all if other people used it. Well, I am telling you that I bought this new oven, and that means that it belongs to me. Do you understand? So don't go using it without asking me about it first. In fact, the next time that you want to use the oven, I'm going to charge you $5. So what do you think about that? You're going to charge me money just for using the oven? What is the matter with you? So you've got all the money in the world to buy the things to make a pie, but you can't afford $5 to bake it? You really must think the world revolves around you, huh? But maybe it's just that you can't actually afford it. And just what is that supposed to mean? I mean that you are already the age you are, and you're still living with your parents. I think that you can hardly say that you've lived a successful life if that's the case. Not only that, but you work at a gas station and are always bringing back free things from there. And on top of all that, you have to force your sister to buy new appliances. It's pretty obvious that you're nothing but a huge failure and don't know what you're doing with your life. Wow, I can't believe that I'm having to take this from you. What is the matter with you? What's the matter is that you were touching my stuff without asking me first. You didn't buy the oven, so you shouldn't have been using it.
So, you and Luna were getting into it again, because you used the oven that Luna was saying belonged to her.
I wouldn't say that we were getting into it as much as Luna was completely overreacting. I mean, it's like she completely forgot that she bought the oven as a replacement for the one that she broke. And now she's acting as if it's some precious object of hers that only she's allowed to use. She wanted to charge me money to use it.
I see. Well, in that case, it seems to me like it's all your fault.
What? Are you kidding me? How is any of this my fault when Luna was the one who broke the stove in the first place? Luna doesn't even use the oven. She doesn't bake or cook or anything like that at all. So for her to be getting so mad about people using something that she would normally not even touch is just absurd.
Well, sure, you say that the oven broke, but it's really just that one component of the oven broke, right? I mean, it still produced heat and all. I'm not sure the whole thing needed to be replaced, to be honest. But because you made Luna do so, I think you have to take the blame for this. You basically forced her to buy a whole new oven when that really wasn't even necessary.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That oven was so old and had been well used by the time it broke.
I get that, but that still just means that it looked like an old oven. That says nothing about how it was actually working. You should have just made her replace the part that was actually broken. I think that you just wanted a new oven, and that's why you made Luna be the one to go and buy it for you. Honestly, not only is that selfish of you, but it's also just so obvious.
I can't believe what I'm reading. Did you really think this was all some elaborate plot by me?
Oh, come on, Irene. It's not like you're the most mature person. I mean, you're still just working part-time at a gas station. It's clear you just wanted someone to buy you something new. You used Luna and manipulated the situation to get what you wanted out of her. Just admit it.
I am not going to admit something that I didn't do, and I didn't force Luna to do anything.
And I think that you're just changing the story to fit the narrative that you want it to. But the fact of the matter is that you're still living at home and you could never afford something like that yourself. When are you finally gonna grow up and move out? You really need to understand where you stand in all this.
Where I stand? And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
Well, you're acting like you're so special, but I'm the eldest son and I'm living at home to take care of Mom and Dad. The fact of the matter is that there's no reason for you to be here. I'm the new master of the house. I think you need to recognize that.
Did you seriously just call yourself the master of the house?
Well, it's true. I mean, this house, this land, I'm going to be getting all of it after our parents die. And so I just think you need to realize where you stand in all of this. All I'm saying is that you might want to think a bit about the future and maybe leave my wife alone. Okay?
You better be joking about all of this. I mean, since when did anyone say that you were going to be the master of the house? And just who said that you were going to be inheriting all of that after our parents pass away?
Well, I'm the eldest son, so of course I would get everything and you wouldn't. I mean, sure, you're my older sister, but you're not even married. That's why I'm telling you to stop being such a leech and learn how to stand on your own 2 feet.
Are you kidding me right now, John?
Sorry, I know it's easier said than done. I mean, who wouldn't want to marry a woman working at a gas station? Yeah, but anyways, just leave Luna alone, okay?
Hey, Irene, I was just curious. How much money do you have in your bank account? Do you think you have enough to rent an apartment? And just why do you want to know how much money I have? I mean, I probably could afford an apartment, but why do you ask? I knew it! I knew that you were nothing but a little leech. You had savings this whole time, and yet you still insist on living at home. But now that I know you can afford to move out, I want you to pack up your bags and get out of here. We are done with you. Excuse me? You want me to pack up my bags and leave? Well, you just said that you had enough money to get yourself an apartment, so I'm not seeing what the deal is. But you can't just kick me out of my own home like this all of a sudden. What is going on here? Don't you see that this is all for you? If you don't have this push to help you get out of the house, then you're never going to learn how to be responsible. And since it's clear that you've been selfishly saving up money to hoard for yourself, I don't see any problem with kicking you out. You really think that I'm just some kind of selfish leech? Is that all you think of me? Of course it is, and it's high time that somebody kicked some sense into you, so I am taking it upon myself to throw you out. You need to go out into the world and learn how to take care of yourself. Luna, I'm sorry, but I just can't understand any of this. I mean, I haven't done anything to you or John, and I have a job. Sure, you have a job, but you're still not living on your own or standing on your own 2 feet. You're nothing but a gas station attendant who needs to trick her sister-in-law to buy her a new oven. Well, John and I are done feeding into your bad habits and laziness. That's right, even John is with me on this. In fact, this was all John's idea. Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me that my own brother is trying to kick me out? He thinks that having you around is going to hurt his chances of inheriting the most wealth as possible from his parents, so that's why we're kicking you out. I see. And just what did my mom have to say about this little coup of yours, huh? Does she even know? Well, we don't need to bring this up with her at all. Besides, John already knows that she'll go without plan. After all, this is for her sake as well. And just how in the world do you figure that, huh? Because I know that your mom would rather just live with John and I and would love to get rid of you. Everyone would be better off without a leech like you in their lives. So you're really saying that my mom is on your side and you trying to kick me out? I'm saying that she will be and that it's no concern of yours to begin with. Now just pack up your bags, leave, and never ever come back. There isn't a single person in this house who wants you around. So take you and your part-time gas station working behind and just go already. Okay then, if that's really what you want, I'll be gone before the day is done. And never ever come back. The house belongs to John and I, and that's it. There's not enough room for you here, and there never was. You really are clueless, do you know that? But if I'm not going to be coming back to this home anymore, then I'll make sure that no one can ever go home to it. And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? It means that I have tried to be patient with you, and now I am just at my limit. I had no problem when you two moved in. But if you two are really going to try and kick me out of my own home, then I'll have to take matters into my own hands. And I'd rather see this house demolished and this land turned into a parking lot before handing it over to you. Look, Irene, I get that you're upset about being kicked out like this, but you have no authority to do anything like that at all. Oh, really? That's funny, because last I checked, I owned this house, and it's my name on the deed. Wait, what? It's your name on the deed? That's right. So tell me again how I don't have the right to do what I want to my property? What's stopping me from demolishing the house and selling the land? You know that this area is in pretty high demand, right? I could find a buyer within hours, but first I'll go and find a new apartment for myself. And tomorrow I'll look more seriously into what can be done about the house. But, wait, hold on. Are you seriously the owner of the house? Why in the world is it your name on the deed? Well, it's because my mom changed the name from hers to mine, and that made me the owner. You see, after you and John got married, Mom decided to ask me to manage her estate. But I don't get it. Why would she want you to handle all of that? Well, it's because neither of us thought that you and John would want to move in with Mom. And since Mom was worried about what might happen in the future with her health, she wanted me to have the power to handle things if it came to that. But I had no idea about any of this at all. Well, Mom and I were thinking about telling you both, but we just had no idea how long you would be staying. Mom seemed to think that you two were always going to move out soon, though, so she thought better than to tell you both. But anyways, all of this is to say that the talk about you two inheriting the house and not me is just all something John came up with. But this can't be happening. The house, the land, it was all supposed to be ours. Well, don't worry. I'll let Mom decide who she wants to go and live with. And if she ends up picking you two, I'll even make sure to pay you money to take care of her. And just where are you going to get the money to do that? Why would you even do something like that? Well, because I promised Mom that I would take care of her. It wasn't just the house I was entrusted with. But anyways, after I sell this house, I'll also have enough money to be able to take care of Mom. In fact, this whole time I've been giving help to Mom with her bills and even giving her an allowance. You have? But I really had no idea about any of this at all. Well, now you do. But anyways, I've got to go and start packing up all my bags. I'll explain what's happening to my mom, and you can explain this all to John. I would start packing up your things as well, by the way. You won't have much longer here. No, this can't be happening. You're lying. You've got to be lying to me right now. I mean, our whole plan, it's all gone. We were going to have the house all to ourselves, really make it our own, and now you're telling me that we're actually getting nothing? Yep, there won't even be a house standing by the time everything's said and done. But your brother is the eldest son. You can't just take his house from him. I already told you that John was never getting the house, so I'm not taking anything away from him. But anyways, him being the eldest son means nothing. So anyways, I'm going to go and pack. Good luck with everything. So in the end, I packed up my bags, lived in a hotel for a week while I apartment hunted, and ended up finding a great condo to live in. I made sure that it had room for 2 people since I knew that my mom would want to come and live with me and not Luna and John. She actually loved the place so much and was much happier there than back home. As for my brother John and his wife Luna, they had quite the panicked packing after they realized their time living at home was limited. They had actually drawn so many plans of all that they wanted to do to the house once my mom and I were out of the way. But all of their dreams and plans and blueprints came down to nothing as bulldozers tore down the house and flattened the land into an empty lot. I hear that the 2 of them are living in a terribly cramped apartment these days with almost no savings to speak of. I really have no idea where their money went. They must have thought they were going to get so much from owning the house after they kicked me out. It's clear, however, that they should have come up with a backup plan for themselves. I can only hope that this experience has taught them to always double-check documents and know the full context of what they're getting themselves into. To say nothing about lessons on how to treat people.
John and Anika.
John, I can't thank you enough for your incredible generosity. Letting both Parveen and me stay in your beautiful second home is beyond what we could have ever expected. It's such a relief to have a place close to you to discuss all the wedding arrangements.
It's my pleasure, Anika. I want to make sure both Parveen and you feel comfortable and at ease during this exciting time. Besides, the house was just sitting empty, and I'm glad it can be put to good use.
Parveen is so lucky to have found you. You're a handsome, successful young man, and I believe you'll make a perfect husband for her.
Thank you. Your daughter means the world to me, and I want to do everything I can to make her happy. I promise to take care of her and support her in any way possible.
I'm glad to hear that. With you, I know she'll be in safe hands. I can't believe my baby girl is all grown up now. She's finally ready for the real world.
I'm glad to see you're excited for her. How is she feeling about all this?
Honestly, Parveen's spirit has been down lately. She seems a bit lost in her thoughts. She's probably anxious about moving in with you. Poor little girl. I am going to miss her so much.
I wouldn't think of keeping her away from her family. You're free to come visit us whenever you like. Please, stay in that house for as long as you like.
Oh, I can't do that. Our agreement states we're only living here temporarily until the wedding happens.
Nonsense. It's the least I can do to support you both as you settle into our new family. Don't think much of it. Parveen isn't just going to be my wife. You're going to be my mother-in-law. It's only fair I look after you too.
You are such a gentleman. Thank you.
I'll check up on Parveen for you too, okay? Just don't worry about anything. You know what they say. Happy future wife, happy life.
Bless you, young man.
Wow. I can't believe our wedding is just a couple of months away. I'm so excited.
I know. It's getting so close that I'm starting to get nervous now. I've been thinking, I want my dress to reflect my Indian heritage. I hope you're okay with that.
Oh, really? I didn't realize you wanted to wear that. I always assumed you didn't like your culture or something, since you never talked about it before. But hey, if it's important to you and your family, then I'm on board, and want to make you happy.
Thanks, John. It means a lot to me that you understand. I want to honor my culture and make my mother happy. I appreciate your support.
Of course, Parveen. We're in this together.
What about the honeymoon? Did you book the tickets like I asked you to?
About that, there's been a slight change of plans. I've decided that I want to plan something all by myself. It'll be a surprise for you, so no, we're not going to Andaman like we previously planned. I hope you understand.
Wait, what? Where are we going then?
I can't tell you. It's a surprise, remember? I promise it'll be something you'll love.
Alright, I trust you, John. I'll let you handle the honeymoon planning.
Thanks, Parveen. Now, I couldn't help but notice that you seem a little off today. Is everything okay? You usually don't call me by my name.
Oh, don't worry, John. I'm just tired. It's been a hectic day.
You sure? You can tell me if something's bothering you.
It's really nothing. I'll be fine. I promise.
It's your exam, isn't it? How many times do I have to tell you that you don't have to overwork yourself? You shouldn't spend long hours in the library like that. Otherwise, you'll get sick. Please, take care of yourself. You're going to ace your tests. We both know that.
I appreciate your concern, John, but it's actually my mother. Lately, she's been difficult and unreasonable.
What happened? Is everything all right?
It's a personal matter. I can't really talk about it, but it's been putting a strain on me.
Still, did you two have an argument or something? You don't have to give me the details if you don't want to.
Yeah, we've been arguing about certain stuff. It's just, she can be so pushy at times. I didn't mind it at first, but now she's doing it way more than usual. She's being inconsiderate of what I want, and it's driving me crazy. I just don't know what to do anymore. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm complaining to you about it.
It's fine. I understand that it's your family, but remember, you have to stand up for yourself too. It's important to respect our parents, but we shouldn't lose sight of who we are in the process.
You're right. I have to find a way to get her to respect my wishes. It's just a challenging situation, but I have to find a balance.
We're in this together, Parveen. You don't have to carry your problems all on your own. I'll be by your side the whole way. Especially since I'm about to be your husband soon.
Thank you, John. I'm really lucky to have you by my side. Let's focus on our wedding and make it a memorable day for both of us.
Absolutely. Our wedding day will be beautiful and our love will shine through. We'll handle everything together. Hey, I wanted to talk to you about something. I need some money. Money? I thought we already paid for your college tuition. Is everything okay? No, it's not for tuition. I actually need it for my girlfriend. I have a date coming up and I really want to impress her and her mother. Wait, what? Josh, you're not serious, right? I thought you were asking for money for something important. No, I'm serious, and it is important. I really want to make a good impression. I don't know, Josh. It's hard to trust you when it comes to money matters. Plus, you're so immature. I'm not. Yes, you are. Remember that time you crashed Dad's car into the mailbox? Or when you flooded the bathroom trying to fix the sink? No offense, but I can't imagine what you do on a date. You might say something inappropriate. Yeah, I remember, but that was years ago, John. I've learned from my mistakes. I've grown up. I'm more responsible and sensible. And I'm really serious about this relationship. And I want to show it. Please, trust me on this. I don't know, dude. Please, I'll do anything. I love my girlfriend. I don't want to lose this one shot on getting her mom to like me. I'll give you the money, but on one condition. I'm coming too. Besides, having her mother there during the date? Like, why? How long have you even known this girlfriend? A year. We're crazy in love, and I think it's about time we break the news to her mother. So you can understand why I have to go there alone, right? Fine. How much do you need? Just around $200. That should cover everything. Alright, transfer the money into your account, but promise me you'll use it wisely. I promise, John. I won't let you down. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Josh. Oh, I still can't believe you got a girlfriend. Like, how? Who even is she? Your classmate? Actually, she's a senior. She'll be graduating this year. But enough about me. Tell me about your love life. How you feeling about your upcoming wedding? I'm feeling a mix of nervousness and excitement, to be honest. It's a big step, but I love Parveen, and I can't wait to start this new chapter of our lives together. You like her a lot, don't you? Yep, she's everything I could ever ask for and so much more. I see. Have you considered rethinking your decision? I mean, do you really think Parveen deserves you? What? Where is this coming from? Parveen loves me, and I love her. We've built a strong relationship, and I trust her completely. I don't know, John. I just feel like she might be using you for your money or something. I've seen how she behaves around you sometimes. And don't you find it odd how she's always acting weird when both of us are around her? Josh, that's not fair. Parveen loves me for who I am, not for my money. She supported me through thick and thin, and I trust her completely. And as for how she acts when the two of us are around her, I think she just needs time to get used to you. Ouch. I don't know, man. I just want you to be happy. But you might not like how things end up with her. What's that supposed to mean? I just don't think the two of you are a good match. That's all. Anyways, I gotta go now. Don't want to be late.
Where are you? You were supposed to be here 15 minutes ago. My mother's getting impatient.
Huh? Beware?
At the Vita place. Where else?
We were supposed to meet today? Why wasn't I aware of that?
Oh, sorry, John. I didn't mean to send it to you. I'm waiting for someone. I guess I accidentally dialed your number instead. My bad.
Oh, I see. Who were you trying to message then?
A classmate. He was supposed to help me with my final year project.
Okay, so is your mother also a doctor?
No? Why do you ask?
You said your mother is with you, and the two of you are waiting for your classmate to help with a final year project?
Oh, did I type that too? Must have been a typo.
Harveen, I don't want to seem like I don't trust you or anything. What's really happening? Tell me the truth. Who are you really waiting for? It can't be a classmate to help with a project while your mother is around. Just doesn't make sense.
I didn't want to say anything, but you deserve to know the truth. Look, I respect you and I never wanted to hurt you, but I can't keep lying to you either.
What's going on, Parveen? You're scaring me. Just tell me what's on your mind.
John, I'm in love with your brother Josh. I never wanted to marry you. I don't feel the same way for you as you do for me. Sorry.
What? This can't be true. Are you serious? Is this some joke?
John, please try to understand. It's not something I planned or wanted. It just happened, and I can't deny my feelings any longer. I'm sorry for leading you on, but I can't keep living a lie.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. Parveen, we've been together for so long, and you're telling me this now? Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I was scared. Scared of hurting you and how you'd react. But I can't keep living like this anymore. I can't keep pretending to be someone I'm not.
I don't even know what to say. Thought we had something special. How could you do this to me? I feel betrayed.
I understand how you feel, and I'm really sorry. But please try to understand my situation too. It's not just about my feelings, it's about my mother's expectations.
What do you mean? Does your mother have to do with this?
My mother doesn't see Josh as a suitable husband for me. She believes in the traditional values that the husband should be older than me and should have a stable job to support his wife and start a family. But Josh is 3 years younger than me and still in college, while I'm about to graduate this semester. So, in her eyes, you, with a good job and handsome salary, are the perfect match for me.
So you're saying you were going to marry me just to please your mother?
I didn't want to disappoint her, John. She wanted me to have an arranged marriage. I tried to convince myself that I could make this work, but then I met Josh and we instantly hit it off. I thought I could go through with marrying you to get closer to him, but it's not the same. I can't go through with a marriage based on lies and false expectations.
I can't believe I've been played like this. Or maybe I don't want to believe this. I need to hear this from Josh himself.
I understand. Talk to Josh if you must, but please know that what I've told you is the truth. Actually, if you do manage to contact him, could you do me a favor?
It depends on what it is.
My mother doesn't want to wait anymore, so we're going back home.
Fine, I'll tell him that. But if what you told me comes out to be true, I don't know if I'll be able to forgive either of you for this betrayal. Hey, where are you right now? I need to talk. Hey, John, I'm actually on my way to the date I mentioned earlier. Why? What's up? Don't bother. Your date and your mother have already left. And how do you know this? The girl you wanted to meet? It was Parveen, wasn't it? She already told me everything. She confessed that she's in love with you, Josh. I already know about your affair. I didn't plan for this to happen. We go to the same college, and we just got along really well. Gradually turned into something more. Never wanted to hurt you, and I was going to tell you, really. We wanted to set things straight with her mother first. So it's true then? You and Parveen are together? I can't believe this, Josh. I trusted both of you. John, I'm really sorry. I never meant to hurt you. We didn't plan for this to happen. Parveen's mother has this fixation on getting her married to you for your money. We wanted to talk to her, make her understand before telling you everything. So the girlfriend's mother you wanted to impress so bad was my fiancé's mother, and you've been secretly dating her for a year. How could you let it go this far? Look, I know I messed up. I can't even find the words to apologize, but please understand. This wasn't a game for us. We genuinely care about each other. Care about each other? You both betrayed my trust, Josh. Parveen was supposed to be my fiancé. I was supposed to marry her, and you stole her away from me. Sorry isn't gonna fix this, Josh. You've shattered my world. I need time to process everything. I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive you. I understand, John. Just know that I'm truly sorry, and I never wanted things to turn out like this. I wanted to be the first to tell you. I'm sorry you found out about us this way, but you have to understand. We love each other to bits. I can't live without her, and I will marry her. Even if her mother forces her to marry you, I'll run away with her if I have to. Hey, Miss Anika, we need to talk.
John, what a pleasant surprise. I was just about to text you.
There's no easy way to say this, but I don't think I can marry your daughter. Not after knowing what she's done.
Wait, no, she's just a stupid child. With time she'll learn how to act properly. You don't have to take it to heart. I will make her understand.
You already know about her affair with my brother, right? You know she loves him, not me. I can't go on like this. It's unfair to everyone.
John, Parveen is just confused. She'll come around eventually. You two can build a happy life together.
No, we can't. I can't force Parveen to feel something she doesn't. Marriage should be based on love, mutual respect, and genuine affection. I don't want either of us to be unhappy in the long run.
If you don't marry Parveen, I promise you I'll make sure Josh regrets ever crossing our path. You don't want anything bad to happen to your brother, would you?
Anika, threatening Josh is not the solution here. We need to handle the situation with care and understanding. Tell me, why are you desperately trying to get Parveen to marry me?
It's important for a woman to depend on her husband, and a man needs to have a good salary to raise a family. Josh is still in college, and he's younger than my daughter. That kind of match isn't tolerated in society.
Society doesn't work that way anymore. A family is more than just financial stability. It's about love, support, and emotional well-being. Parveen's happiness matters, above all else.
I just want her to be well taken care of, John. I fear that if she marries Josh, their life might not be as secure as it would be with you.
Then how about this? After Parveen and Josh marry, I'll make sure to take care of the family's finances. I'll support them and ensure they have a secure future. That way, Parveen will be taken care of, and she can pursue her happiness with Josh.
I'm not entirely comfortable with the idea. Don't tell me you're willing to let them get married just like that.
I admit, I'm still a little hurt. They've been having an affair behind my back for a year after all. I may not be able to forget it, but I want to forgive them. I just want them to live a good life.
In that case, if you're willing to make a commitment, then maybe it could work. But you must promise me, John, that you'll always be there for Parveen, even if she's not your wife.
Yes, I promise.
I suppose after they marry, you'll have to move out then?
What? No! Just because I'm not marrying her doesn't mean I don't have any relation with you anymore. You can live here however long you desire.
I feel bad. Are you sure, sweetie? At least let me pay rent.
Nope. Now if you excuse me, I have to contact the manager and get him to switch out the name of the groom for the event. And then I have to break the news to our lovebirds. John, I can't believe this. Everywhere it says that Parveen is marrying John. What's going on? I thought you said we had your blessing. How could you do this? Hey, calm down, Josh. I just spoke to the manager, and it turns out someone changed it back to my name after I had already changed it to yours. Take a guess, who do you think it was? Anika? It was Anika, wasn't it? She's been so controlling throughout the wedding planning process. I knew she was going to ruin this day. This is ridiculous. Everyone's going to think I'm trying to take your place. Are you insane? Who cares what people think? You're starting to sound like Anika. Listen, the wedding invite had your name on it. I double-checked before sending them, which means Anika was late to get them to change the names on the invitations. Everyone who got the cards knows you're the groom, so why are you so worried about what the decorations say? You're getting married to the woman you love. But I wanted today to be perfect. This is just stupid. I can't marry her like this. Having your name everywhere makes me feel guilty. You were supposed to marry her. I shouldn't have gotten in the way between you two in the first place. This is all my fault. Look, if I don't blame you, you shouldn't blame yourself either. You didn't get in my way. It's as you guys said, you didn't plan it. We both know how much you love Parveen. Let's just focus on that and don't get caught up in the name change. This is your moment. It's not just a name change. Even the marriage certificate says your name, not mine. This is a mess. Hey, don't worry. I'm sure there's a copy of the marriage certificate with your name on it. I'll handle this. Just hold on a little longer, okay? We'll make sure everything's alright for your wedding. I sure hope so, John. I'm counting on you.
Hey, you can't kick me out of my own daughter's wedding. Let me back in.
Not a chance. I'm not going to let anyone stand in between this marriage, not even you.
But it's my daughter's wedding.
You should have thought of that before you tried to set my brother on fire with the candlestick. Who knows what would have happened if you weren't stopped? You could have seriously injured him, or even killed him.
I had to. He was trying to marry her, when it should have been you.
Do you hear yourself when you talk? Parveen isn't interested in me. You've known that from the start. Yet you've been pressuring her to marry me anyways. We even agreed that I'll handle the finances, but you went back on your promise. Contacting the manager on my behalf to change the names back to mine was bad enough. But you even tried to burn my brother. I could never forgive you for that.
You don't understand. It's unheard of for the brother-in-law to be handling the finances. And the fact that Josh is still in college, though Parveen's already graduated, is frowned upon in our culture. This wedding is all wrong. Those two are incompatible.
No, they aren't. Sure, they made a huge mistake, but I'm willing to look past that and give them a brighter future. And as for what society thinks, I'm sure trying to burn someone to death is frowned upon as well, right? Oh, and just so you know, I'm going to report you to the authorities for an attempted murder.
What? You can't do that. What's going to happen to my house?
You mean my house? I never said it was yours. I said you could live there as long as you need. And you won't need to live there when you're in jail. And by the way, I've already called the police, so if I were you, I'd start running. After the wedding was over, I decided to give the newlyweds the plane tickets I booked for my honeymoon. Or I guess, their honeymoon. I hope they have fun in Hawaii for the next 2 weeks. And when they come back, I'm planning on letting them keep my second house. Frankly speaking, I'm still a little hurt from their action. Which is why I think it's best that I focus on myself for now. Since Parveen is done with her studies, she can find a job and support the two of them until Josh is done with his education. What they choose to do now and how they live their lives is their decision now. As for Anika, she got her deserved penalty. 25 years in prison and a $10,000 fine should be enough to teach her that she can't force anyone to live their life how she wants. Though, I get some people have trouble letting go of old customs. But it's about time we let go of those dumb rules. You can't live someone else's life for them.